mighty Wadi Rum, and this is the view from where I'm staying. And as you can see, it's a very dusty and windy place. It's got that frontier town feeling. So I'm going to follow the Jordan Trail down to Aqaba. And if I go exactly as it's supposed to, it's a 3-day hike. But I'm going to try to take an extra day inside of Wadi Rum. We'll see what happens with that. And as you can see, the Wadi Rum village is smack in the middle of the desert. But you enter from the north in Shakaria, where you also get tickets. And if you want a jeep or a guide, you can get that there as well. And then you drive 10 kilometers south to Wadi Rum village. Yeah, the sun's getting a little bit low and makes these mountains look even more magnificent. I'm just going to walk up to the edge of the desert and take a look. Yeah, tomorrow. That's when I start walking into that big emptiness there. It's going to be fantastic. It's early morning and the Wadi Rum hike is about to start. So I just want to get out of town, sit down for a bit and have some breakfast. So the sun is slowly rising now. It's a little bit past 7 and it looks amazing here. I'm just going to find a spot to have my breakfast, boil up a nice cup of coffee. I think I got one right here. Looks like a nice spot for breakfast. I've set up the GFX100s for some landscape photography. That big rock in the distance there is named Kazali, and I've been shooting it all morning as the sun has been risen. And I think there were a couple of good shots in there. So breakfast is over and I'm going to pack up and start exploring. It's a bit hazy, but there is a canyon that splits the rock in two, and I'm going to go explore that. I set up for another composition as I walk towards the cliff. So I'm trying to get that split a little bit more in the middle, and also put a polarizer on to get rid of some of the haze. It's actually a little bit tricky, so I've got to keep my balance going over. Oh, you can actually climb up there. Let's see how that works. Okay, that was actually a lot tougher than I thought it would be. I have to climb up quite high, and I got a big pack, so I can't do it. Looking back towards where I came from, so behind those two big mountains, that's where the town is. And let's pan around. See where I have to walk. So I'm going between these two mountains here till the end of it. Of rocks there to find a camp somewhere around there. Should be nice and peaceful, so I am going to check that out. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but there is a big difference between the sands. So where I'm now, there's red sand, and then there's a line, and it turns into yellow sand. So you get some kind of a yellow rocks as well. And that probably does it for me. I think I'm going to go to these rocks over here, because then I get that red Martian sand, which is why you come to Wadi Rum for. I found a spot, at least for lunch. I'm going to check around a bit. So I came from there, and I've been snorkeling in. Well, I've been snorkeling around a little bit, trying to find some kind of a peaceful place. And amongst these cliffs, let me show you what I got for lunch. So, in order to get food together, you have to raid those tiny supermarket stores for things, and it's not always perfect. But here's what I got. I got a lot of bread, so hopefully that stays decently fresh for a couple of days. And I got lots of hummus, and I got a couple of tins of tuna. I also have this spice mix, which is what you use on top of the hummus. Should have had some oil with it, but I don't have any oil. But it still makes it a lot tastier, that little spice mix there. And one celebratory Coke as well, that is not too warm yet, so I'm going to be happy to drink that. Alright, a bit further down, exploring the area. It's actually not that easy if you want to stay away from the campsites. Also quite a lot of debris just laying about. Old tires, etc. could be picked up. Or else this area here feels kind of promising. So we'll see. Now what I am looking for is a sunset spot, which I didn't have at the other place. And I didn't want to be all caved in either, because Wadi Rum is all about the spaces. And I think I have something right here. Plenty of level ground, nice sand dune. And a fantastic view. Okay, I think this could be it. As fun as it might seem to have 2 camels keeping me company, they are starting to get a little bit annoying. They're not aggressive, but they're trying to go for my stuff, trying to eat my things, my towels, my everything. It's time to move on, isn't it? The tent for today is the Alton Walkabout Swag. Now I chose this specifically for Wadi Rum, or desert camping, because the swag is open at the top and it's a stargazing tent, so that's going to be absolutely fantastic to just be able to look up into the star, and hopefully it's going to be a crystal clear night. Got one camel friend here. Now they have been really close up, trying to nib on the stuff and carry it away, but haven't succeeded so far. Especially this one is very brave. Let's see what it's up to now. No. Shoo, shoo. And here it is, set up. So it's quite a quick setup with this swag. The camels have finally gone home, which means I can venture out without them eating up my tent. So what I've done is I've set up my camera for some landscape photography. I'm not sure what's actually happening. I got the sun there and it's about to set, but nothing is really popping off. I was expecting to get a nice side light on that one, and there was for a little bit, and then it kind of faded away and disappeared. But I'm using the Fuji's infamous 65x24 to frame it up. I'm trying a couple of different compositions around. See if we can get some blue hour shots of that. Yeah, I'm gonna pack it in. It did not really happen. I mean, you still get some decent shots and it kind of looks nice, but not exactly what I expected. Maybe I spoke too soon. There is a little bit of color in the sky, or quite a lot actually. So there is some distant clouds just there that is catching some light. using the same composition that I had yesterday. So just hope we get some cooler light once it's up. Right now it's still just ambient light, so it takes a little bit of time before it can climb over the mountain tops. And let's see if we get some good light on these hills here, or these rocks. I'm packed up and ready to go. So that was an absolutely fantastic night, and now I had a good breakfast, and I'm quite happy with this place. It has been fantastic. So the plan for today is to hike in that direction. So that takes me out of the Wadi Rum area. Now there is a camping spot, the official Jordan Trail camping spot, that is just right on the edge of the Wadi Rum. Now that's quite close, so I'm thinking I should head back in that direction and walk around amongst the red sands until lunchtime, and then get back. The wind is getting quite strong. It's quite punishing, but I'm making my way into the center of the Red Desert. And here you should be able to clearly see the difference between the red sand and the yellow sand. I'm leaving the rock bridge behind, and I'm going to cross over the desert now and see if I can't find my way back to the Jordan Trail. So it's about getting close to 1 o'clock, and I think I can do this, get to the next stop in 4 or 5 hours, so I should be good, no problem. And I'm going to enjoy hiking through the desert here. Finally, I have come out to join the Jordan Trail again. I have a couple of kilometers to walk until I reach Wadi Rum, which is the stop of this stage. So hopefully I get there before the sun sets. I got a little bit over an hour to do it. So the Jordan Trail continues for about 1 kilometer more until I come to the absolute end right over there. However, the sun is getting very low, and I think I'm going to go up into this tiny valley here. It's been a long day of walking, and I'm kind of feeling it. And here we have it. Morning. Set up the camera for one final morning composition in Wadi Rum. And I'm hoping the light is gonna hit those rocks over there. Yeah, I have to say I had a pretty good night's sleep. It was quite warm in the beginning and then it got a little bit chilly. There we go, get some light. Let's just turn off, great. I'm about to exit Wadi Rum and I have a 5 hours hike until I reach Teton village, which is a dusty little town, even smaller than Rum village. But there should be a supermarket there, and when I get there I also have to think of what to do. There is a possibility of ending it there and just taking transportation into Aqaba, or I could continue. Well, we'll see how the landscape inspires me or how I feel. And here we are. This is the spot that's marked as the end of this stage of the Jordan Trail. But as you can see, it's a horrible campsite. It's just really sharp rocks everywhere. I'm really happy I didn't stay here. So it was worth it stopping just a little bit earlier up in the mountains there, because that was a fantastic campsite. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is absolutely horrible. So they do that sometimes with this Jordan Trail. I've noticed the endings and starts are kind of arbitrary. So don't count on there being something in the end. Usually there would be like a water source or something like that. Often these just end up in a stony desert like this. One last look back at the mighty Wadi Rum. It's a very different landscape now. You got these more classic deserty rocks, and you might say this looks a bit boring, and I think it does. When you've come out of Wadi Rum, nothing else is really going to compare to it, I think. I would suppose this is the water well that was marked on the map. Check. Oh yeah, there is some water, but I guess it's well, it's one of those murky water wells. Maybe it's best for animals. Now I do have a water filter, so I could easily fill up here and move along. But I'm not too far away from the town and I got a little bit of water left, so I'm just gonna stick it out. I'm getting very close to the village now, just a kilometer away. I've run out of water, hadn't had anything to drink the last half hour, so I am really happy about getting to be able to drink some water in the store. Let's see, there should be a supermarket here somewhere. All right, so all the dogs of the town is coming out. According to the map, this should be the supermarket, but doesn't look like much going on there. Now, what do I do? I'd say it's a little bit like a Mad Max environment. There's gonna see maybe up there where the flags are. Maybe there's something going on there. Okay, so that took an unexpected turn. Not necessarily for the worse, but it became a little bit dodgy. So this town here that I've shown you contains absolutely nothing. There's nobody there, pretty much. And there's nothing to buy. There's no water to be had. So I walked up to this place I showed you, and it's a military installation. It's marked as an elementary school. However, it's just crawling with military. So I walked up there, asked politely for some water, and we got into all kinds of discussions. Had to show passport, all kinds of things. But I'd say they're very friendly, stern but friendly. And after a little bit of talking, they agreed to give me some water. So I have now a couple of liters of water, which I'm super happy about. And they even gave me a Fanta orange, or I think it's called a Zana. That's their Fanta orange here, which I'm going to enjoy. Without a doubt, this stretch here, it's the hardest that I've done on this trail so far. It was bloody hard. So it's not only that it goes up, it's just pure boulders. So you can't really see where the trail is. Although here and there are some markers. But now this part here was pure nightmare fuel, and it's slowed me down quite a bit. I still have one mountain more to climb before I'm done, and I only have 2 hours before it's dark. So way over there, that's that horrible pass that I had to go through a couple of hours ago. And now I only have 3 kilometers left. I'm going in this direction here. And it looked horrible on the elevation map, but it's quite the gentle slope up, even though it's for a very long time. I think I made it. Let's see inside. It almost smells like somebody was here recently. But I'm just happy I made it to this spot, and I'm probably just going to crash because it was a very, very hard day. And I am done. It's the next morning, and as you might see, I'm not in the same place as I was yesterday. It turns out that that place is actually somebody's place. So there was nothing else I could do but pack up all my stuff and move out into the dark. So I had to walk for another 200-300 meters before I could find a spot where I could set up my swag. And after that, I could have a pretty decent night's sleep. It's actually a bit of a tough start to the morning. Over those mountains there in the distance, we have the sea. This last mountain turned out to be quite the challenge, actually. So it's full of loose rocks and scree everywhere. So you keep on slipping and you roll your ankles. And you also have to do quite a bit of scrambling to get around. But once you're over the mountain and come down into the valley, into the wadi, it's actually pretty easy. Looks smooth from now. Well, we'll see if that holds up. And I'm out of water again. So that is the biggest problem with this trail. It's the lack of water. It's actually kind of stressful. And that is the end of the hike. And now it's just a matter of walking a couple of miles down to the coast. This is the Gulf of Aqaba. So I made it down, and I've been chilling now for a little bit. So the last 10 kilometers after you come down from the mountains and you see the first buildings there, there's a hospital, and then there is a transportation hub. And then after that it's just industrial desert. It's actually quite horrible, and it's really heavily trafficked with lorries, heavy lorries, tankers, and all kinds of nastiness. And now, with a day of reflection, I had been thinking about how to do the Wadi Rum if I had to do it all over again. So what I would do is take the transportation to Wadi Rum village, which is in the middle of Wadi Rum, and then stock up lots of water and hike out into the desert for 2 days. Now that's going to take you at least 6 liters of water, maybe even 8, to survive 2 days out there comfortably. And then I would probably rent one of those tent camps for another 2 days, stock up on water and just chill around. And then make it my way back to Wadi Rum village, take a transportation to Aqaba or wherever you want to go. And that would be that. That would be the better way. Walking all the way through and out on the south and walking to Aqaba, I did not think that was worth it. It wasn't even too fun. Or maybe it was. It was hard. It was a bit of a slog. But yeah, here I am, and I'm happy to have finished it, and I'm just packing up, getting ready to end this adventure. So hope to see you around next time.